Greetings, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Ah, this is me again, ex-Muslim Zara Bazak, human rights activist. Also, I mean, I feel ashamed to call myself this, but since I can't even help myself, and I get very scared even when I hear these really tragic stories, I just lay low and go into a shock or something. My heart, after having trembled, or I don't know what happened to it. So I become such a coward. So I'm ashamed to say this, but uh, that I'm a human rights or human activist for human rights, activist for you. I'm in a daze. I just woke up with a terrible feeling again. So I don't know how to help myself, but like there's only I went live streaming Facebook before this, and now I've come here to share. Uh, so recently, uh, I've listened to a story of some lady. So of course, living in Karachi, I mean, parts of her stories, like very few parts, I could relate to. Someone, if the names come out, I'm really sorry. So there was this my father's youngest sister's friend in Karachi when they were living there. She was a friend, Balochi, and so I don't know her daughter. I realized she had a daughter, whether we are the same age or I don't know, but they were kept in this room and locked from. Once later on, the mother of this daughter, so my mother became friends with them because her in-laws, her sister-in-law, was her friend, right? This Balochi, and it was very strange. So parts of Nina Alk's story, uh, I just went wild on that. Very, very depressing. What's this? Wait, oops. Oh, so very depressing and all. But it's not surprising in Pakistan. Anyways, so my mind went wild. But it's not, it's Nina Alk. I don't know her. But parts of her story I could relate, or, like a mother locking up from the outside. So this lady, she told she was now my mother's friend, told later on my mother that she vaguely, I think if I'm not mistaken, I overheard her telling my mother that she locks her daughter from the outside in a small room and this uh, uh, and when my mother died, this lady called, so my father gave me his mobile to talk to her for consolation. And she was telling me how she was reminding me that I used to tell my mother, I don't remember this, in my childhood not to go to her house, Nagina's. Oh, the name has come out. नगीना Kabul's house. तो हम लोग तुमसे बहुत चिढ़ते थे in childhood. Ugh, every time. Maybe, I don't know, if I don't remember this, like holding my mother's hand and saying, Aman, don't go to Nagina's house. So She was kind of weird. She kept her daughters. Later on, Salwa was born. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be taking the daughters' names. She used to keep them locked up inside. God. So, I mean, listening to Nina Alks, I could just, my mind just went there in their house. And it was like, oh my God. But in the beginning, I was like, not shocked. Or maybe I thought I was not shocked. Another thing was, so parts of Nina Alks, like, you know what these Muslim no, they didn't, and they were not, the father was an alcoholic in the nighttime. So, when, and depressing, I can't talk about this. So I'm kind of distraught and panic struck here because meanwhile, as I was praising Rabbi Simon on his under his videos, commenting and all, what happened is there was a very strong presence, and at one time I felt this is not right now. Too much of, and he even reminds me of. First, I said like His Highness, late His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, but then I was like, no, no, uh, he looks like Safdar Kashmiri, right? And then the presence was so much that I had to take my from the wall this eye protection, evil eye protection, and put it on myself, keep it with me, so that it would dissipate, go away. So this, and recently I could go out, so I was dressing up and all. Rabbi Simon, later on, after coming back, it's I had put a notification thing on for one of his videos, a live stream or something. Yeah, yeah, live stream. I saw it later, like after an hour. I says how great the water is and all this. Powerful. So it's quite like weird. So then I was like, no, no, it looks like. So I wouldn't even. What I did was I took off my glasses and I would start to just hear his live streams or videos, late live streams, what do you call them, and not look at him. After having praised him in the comment section, his presence in my third eye or whatever you say it in my vision, it's very, very strong. And after this after his last live stream that I saw late, uh, about the water, so I was able to, like, now I'm scared to go to the washroom, if you know what I mean. I feel I'm being watched. I mean, of course, feel that I'm being watched, but now it's even more like, what is this? And my mind went wild, like, could Safdar, are they trying to, um, because he does look like Safdar. No, but wasn't Safdar's nose pointed or something? Anyways, I can't remember him like exactly as his face features. I can't remember. So I'm in a very Hey. Oh, yeah, so I'm panic struck and can't do anything. So this was my breakfast. Yes, mm, cold. It's a little bit like I drank a little bit. I'm quite distraught as I woke up. Like, what is this? And with that feeling, with that thought, sorry, also. I think I should. What shall I do? What shall I do? Right. And I've been after watching Nina Alk's videos, I've been watching another video on a Canadian um, family, originally Afghanis. The daughters were killed by them, the parents and the brother, they say. So, honor killing and all this. Oh, God. What I realized in this all, but not today, I mean, since I've been listening to Nina Alk's videos, uh, that you have to accept. You see, uh, so you have to, I mean, it's easier for me to accept what happened to her, and my goodness, but still, I feel I don't know how she survived. I don't know who is here with the comment. Uh, Let me just see who is here. There's a comment here. Nanga, मैम आप कैसी हैं? नंगा, मैं कुछ ऐसे ठीक नहीं हूँ मैम। आज पेशावर में मॉस्क में बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हो गया है। ओहो, the that's really sad. कौन से मॉस्क में? क्या है? शिया सुन्नी क्या है ये? अभी किसके पीछे पड़े हैं? सलाहुद्दीन से सलाम, Allah, the exalted is all. Salahuddin, Acha, Allah is exalted, is all loving and all merciful. Just turn to Him. Salahuddin, are you Pakistani or who are you? Sorry, 28 dead, 150 injured. Oh my God. Salahuddin, that day what happened? Did you, Nangalal, ये Salahuddin आता है, ये पाकिस्तानी है, मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है। मुझे कॉल टॉफर भी कह रहा था। No, no, I don't need to turn to Salahuddin. Sorry, I don't need to turn to Allah. I have proven the Quran is a false book. तालिबान ने पुलिस रेजिडेंस के पास जो ओहो मॉस्क था, तालिबान ये कैसे कर सकता है? पुलिस रेजिडेंस के पास जो मॉस्क था उसमें ब्लास्ट हुआ। तालिबान और मॉस्क को ब्लास्ट कर सकता है? सलाहुद्दीन, इफ़ यू मुझे नहीं पता व्हाट काइंड, तुम कैसे इंसान हो? लंबॉर्डर कहता है हज़ारा, खामख़ाम परेशान करने आ रहे हो। अल्लाह द एग्ज़ॉल्टेड, अल्लाह डज़न्ट इवन एग्ज़िस्ट, ही वाज़ अ फ़ॉल्स अल्लाह। अभी तो ऐसी चीज़ें हो रही हैं सलाहुद्दीन, पाकिस्तानी ब्रदर, और मैंने प्रूव कर लिया। तुमने कहा कि यू आर राइट, राइट? अभी ये पाकिस्तानी मेंटालिटी ये क्या है? आपको क्या करना है इधर? अभी अल्लाह के पास जाओ, ये अजीब आपका वो है, अजीब सलाहुद्दीन ब्रदर, अजीब है आपका कि अल्लाह के पास जाओ। जब मैं प्रूफ कर रही हूँ, प्रूफ कर लिया है। लास्ट टाइम आपने यू आर राइट का मतलब क्या था? गैस लाइटर या क्या? मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आया कि किस पे आपने कहा यू आर राइट इन द एंड। कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन मैंने प्रूफ कर लिया है कुरान आयत में, सुन्नी शिया की कमेंट्री लेके। अभी क्या ये बोल रहा है ये पाकिस्तानी? अरे अल्लाह अगर होता पाकिस्तान में और इंडिया में, अल्लाह होता, दुनिया में अल्लाह नहीं है, मुसलमान कंट्रीज में अल्लाह नहीं है, हमारे पाकिस्तान में ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन, ऑनर किलिंग, अल्लाह कहाँ है? ऑनर किलिंग पे अल्लाह नहीं है. I'm now on the atheist side, brothers, sisters. सलाहदीन को पता नहीं है जहरा मैम से जो लेगा पंगा. Saladin keh raha, if we refuse God, the loving, the merciful, we are allowing the devil to approach us. Sorry, atheists मुसलमानों से बेहतर निकले हैं. अभी फिर मुझे नहीं पता कि कौन फिर फंडिंग होती है. फिर मैं नहीं कह सकती हूँ, बट एथियस्ट अच्छे लोग थे. और एक तो अच्छा ये बताओ कि भगवान, हिंदू का भगवान क्यों खराब होगा? हाँ, जीसस क्राइस्ट, फिर बाइबल क्यों चेंज होगा? एक ही होना चाहिए ना. हर एक का अल्लाह एक है. उधर अल्लाह का दूसरा नाम है मोस्ट हाई. बाइबल न्यू टेस्टामेंट में, ओल्ड टेस्टामेंट में यावे है. कुछ यहूदी तो बिलीव भी नहीं कर सके कि मसीह आया है. इतना एविडेंस नहीं था. हजरत दाऊद का सीड भी नहीं था जीसस क्राइस्ट. तो जीसस क्राइस्ट का फादर तो जो डेविड की सीड से आया वो तो जोसेफ था. और जोसेफ की कहानी तो ऐसे बीबी मरियम का जो हस्बैंड था वो तो कुरान में नहीं है. इंग्लिश प्लीज. आई डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड अ वर्ड. Sorry, I thought you were Pakistani and you're pretending to be Saudi. Or who are you? From Nigeria, from Egypt? Where are you from? You see what I've brother, if you say Allah, Allah alone, what about the Hindus? Zara ma'am Zindabad. Nanga, thank you very much, brother. अब मैं तुम्हें नंगा, आपको नंगा भाई कहूँगी, नंगा भाई. What about Salahuddin? Which Allah are you talking about? I can't repeat myself, sorry. Now, when you agree there's a contradiction or you don't agree, what was your point in saying you are right in the last previous stream? Nanga Bhai, thank you here for coming for my defense, helping me out. ये पता नहीं कौन सा अरब आ गया है, ये क्या है अजीब सा. कुत्ते की दुम टेरी की टेरी. समझाया भी है, दिखाया भी है 2 आवर्स लास्ट स्ट्रीम में कि कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन है इन द कुरान. Salahuddin, for you, your Allah, Mubarak ho tum, Mubarak to you, Allah. Okay? There are other gods and goddesses. Lambarder says, Zara, what is Constitution of Medina? Does everyone have equal rights in this? I have never read the Constitution of Medina. Sorry, Lambarder, I cannot answer this. But and where you're asking me about the Constitution of Medina, where through the Quran ayats, I'm sorry, I'm proving this Quran wrong. Sorry, I cannot answer that. Forget the Constitution of Medina. Look at Surah Hashar ayats. First of all, I cannot even rely on the Islamic history in a way that if someone wants me to rely on it, right? I mean, you would, I could. Oh, this book written by George Jordak about the voice of human justice about Imam Ali. You see, I can't rely on these books where the Quran has failed. Quran has failed. Quran ayats are failing. So sorry, if you want the constitution, if you apologists talked about it. Some Islamic apologists talked about it. I see. I wouldn't go that far I mean, yeah, you can find out what are the rights and all equal rights. So you know better than me. I've never heard of the Constitution of Medina. You see, Lambader, when the Quran ayats have failed, and like I said from the very beginning, that these religious books I cannot rely on when there are contradictions in the Quran. I can't go to human rights looking at Imam Ali's human rights that the adopted by the whoever adopted by this and adopted by that, right? One side, it's coming from one side. These scriptures are coming. I don't agree to this kind of religion even. So my research is that, for example, in Surah Hashar, how can you say what the constitution of Medina consists of when you have expelled the people of Yathrib from there? With what face would they be talking about the rights, equal rights, and all this of everyone when everyone has to become a Muslim? So, on the face of it, it may seem that the Constitution of Medina, whatever it may be, I've never read it in detail. मैम बिल्कुल से अच्छा नंगा लाल ने excellent दिया है. Thank you, Nanga Bhai. Oh, sorry, I called you Nanga Lal. You've removed Lal. So thank you, Nanga Bhai, brother. Right, Lamborder. You see, I have contemplated, and if I can put words in my contemplation and explain it to you, that the all knowing, I expect from God better than just one sided books coming from one side. It should have been many years back. I contemplated, is it necessary for the messengers to come? Why didn't God, if we search within ourselves, why can we not find God and protection, self protection in ourselves instead of having messengers to guide us? Okay, maybe majority of people have gone wrong. Whatever it is, the debate can go on until, eternity, infinity. But sorry, I need a better God and a better book. And Jiddu Krishnamurti, I resonated, I said, yeah, this is it. I felt something was missing in Islam and these, uh, however, Christianity and Jew, the Old Testament, then the New Testament, everything. Because I was like, which religion should I choose? I'm sorry, not which I should choose, but which religion is true for me to choose, the true best religion. So it failed. सो मैम मैं तो आपको टीम में हूँ हमेशा से मैं तो आपके टीम में हूँ अच्छा नंगा भाई ब्रदर थैंक यू सो मच कि यू आर हमेशा से for always I am really appreciative of this. God protect you खुदा आपको सलामत रखे भगवान जो भी आप जिस पे भी बिलीव करते हैं वो आपको प्रोटेक्ट करे और सलामत रखे जिस पे भी आपका बिलीफ है जैसे फॉर दिस इज़ माय thank God I remembered. For my Christian friends, I would tell them, may Jesus protect you, be with you. Whoever you believe in, may that protect you. And if you believe in society, humanity, may or human rights, or we get together as group, and that is humanity coming to help people in the secular system, then may that help you. So I never impose my religion on others. Like Salahuddin has been. If we refuse God, the loving and the merciful, we are allowing the devil to approach us. The devil is only created by this religion. Sometimes Salahuddin, sometime back in Karachi, I used to think that it is the human mind. We have created the devil, and religions have brought about the devil, made us sinners, original sin, because to control us or something, because of some reason. Otherwise, evil in itself doesn't exist, and neither was it created, right? Then you would say, why did Allah allow shaitan? You see, Allah doesn't need our praises or our thank you even. He's so needless. Imam Hussein said it. But just bringing that out, if I look at it, there was a contradiction. Whether even when Imam Hussein said that Allah is needless, he doesn't need us, he doesn't need, we need him, right? So if we need him, there's a contradiction I found, and I cannot put it in words properly, that we did not create the evil. Why are we being punished for what we have created? And I think it's all a mind creation. And religions created the sin of Adam and all this to control us, couldn't trust in human beings enough. This is the tragedy that religions have done. Instead of telling us to look within, you are sinless, you are divine, they made this shaitan story and Adam story and all this, and Adam wouldn't bow to shaitan, and God knows Adam, shaitan, Barcloud, led astray Adam in the garden, and God, even the, sorry, Christians, come here and see what this whole nonsense is. That's why I'm not a ex-Muslim, ex-Muslim Christian. Please talk about your experience about Krishnamurti. It looks like he was written a lot of books. Would you recommend any? I would recommend all his books if you can afford to read. And if by one book of his you can get to know yourself and remove all this conditioning and all, if it's you can get the insight into yourself. Who are you really, Lambada? Then you don't need to read all those books that I recommend. So far for me, I have to keep reading because I'm in this madness. But for like once it ending of time is very good. Where have we gone wrong with the Krishnamurti and David Bohm? But if you can't afford the books, you can go on the YouTube channel and watch some of the videos on that. You can watch videos, David Bohm and Jiddu Krishnamurti talking about the ending of time, where we have gone wrong. You can also go to Muji Baba. Now, his way is that the mind is time. He explains. He's very consistent, Jiddu Krishnamurti. But Muji Baba says, Muji, why don't we jump over? Why don't you be the cow that jumps over the moon? He's given it to us on the golden platter. Muji is there on YouTube. You'll find his videos on Facebook. I hope I'm speaking loud enough for you to be, you can hear me clearly. The sound is clear and all this. Because I'm using another tab now, uh, not the phone. Lambarder says, thank you, Acha, thank you, most welcome, Lambarder. It's my pleasure, my humble, uh, it's a responsibility. I had to answer you. So read Jiddu Krishnamurti if you no it's a they there are some books online for free. Jiddu Krishnamurti's, I can believe it. And then if you want, what are we seeking, right? Is one book title is what are you seeking, The mind is always seeking. I've read his books, but the mind is. We can hear you. Oh, thank you, Lamborder, for this. The mind is. You will see the mind when you know the mind. So if Moji, like Moji says, the mind will attack you. नंगा भाई says, मैम मुझे भी अपना इंग्लिश आपकी जैसी करनी कैसे करूं? मैं आपकी आप छोड़ें, मैं और तुम, आप और मैं एक नहीं हैं तो क्या है? मेरी इंग्लिश अच्छी है, आपकी नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं है कि हम दो हैं ना? आप मेरे भाई हैं, आपको इन्फियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। आप और मैं अलग नहीं हैं नंगा भाई। तो आपका देखिए आप अच्छी अभी मेरा क्या था बचपन से मुझे तो मेरे फादर ने कराची अमेरिकन स्कूल में रखा था ना और एक्सेंट भी ऐसे हो गई और लंदन में हम थे खैर जब मैं लंदन में थी बचपन में मेरी इंग्लिश लाइक आई यूज्ड टू गेट स्टक मेरी इंग्लिश तो इतनी अच्छी भी नहीं है लेकिन आपको अच्छी इंग्लिश करनी है आप कर लेंगे थोड़ा हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ेगा लेकिन आप घबराए नहीं मैं और आप एक हैं इन स्पिरिट ना मैम आपको कितनी लैंग्वेज आती है नंगा भाई मुझे कोई लैंग्वेज इतनी अच्छी नहीं आती है अ, उर्दू की टांग तोड़ देती हूँ और उर्दू इलिटरेट हूँ मैं यानी आई कांट मैं पढ़ नहीं सकती हूँ उर्दू ना लिख सकती हूँ तो एक दफ़ा हम लोग स्कूल से हमें भेजा था एक आर्टिस्ट था उधर गए थे हम अब आर्टिस्ट ने इनको ओ लेवल पाकिस्तानियों को कहा जो दो गए थे इंटरव्यू लेने उनसे सदाकत वो हम गए थे कहा क्या तुम लोगों को उर्दू नहीं आती है सही तरह तो एक वो जो चली थी ना वो मुझे लगता है कनाडा या पता नहीं अमेरिका से आई थी तो हमेशा वो कोई एक आर्टिस्ट था वो कह रहा था कि अपनी मदर टंग जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है अगर आप अपनी मदर टंग नहीं जानते हैं और अंग्रेज़ कोई दूसरी लैंग्वेज सीखा है इफ़ यू लर्नड अनदर लैंग्वेज तो ये ट्रेजेडी है ट्रेजेडी एक पेंटर था पाकिस्तानी पेंटर तो याद रखें कि ठीक है दुनिया में आप इंग्लिश नहीं सीखी है कामयाब इतने नहीं होंगे लेकिन उन्होंने तो कहा कि जो अपनी लैंग्वेज नहीं जानता है पता नहीं कुछ ऐसा कहा कि सही नहीं है ना मैम पर आप उर्दू तो अच्छी बोलती हैं इतनी अच्छी नहीं बोलती हूँ मैं मेरा थोड़ा मैं उर्दू की आप वो रो रहे होंगे बेचारे पाकिस्तानी मेरी उर्दू सुन के मेरी उर्दू नहीं है अच्छी मेरा एक्चुअली मेरा जो बैकग्राउंड है ना वो खोजा सिंधी हम लोग खोजा सिंधी में राइट नहीं कर सकते ना रीड कर सकते हैं my mother's father was खोजा सिंधी and so I followed my mother's ways mostly not my father's you see खोजा सिंधी we cannot write or read और एक मेरे एक लैंग्वेज है लुआती जो ओमान में लोग पता नहीं वो हैदराबाद से आए थे कहाँ so even that language I cannot write and read so that's why I remain such a duffer मैम आपको सन کہ تو پاکستانی ویسے بھی روتے ہوں گے آپ کو سن کے پاکستانی بہت غصے میں بھی آئے ہوں گے نہیں وہ تو وہ سن کے روتے نہیں ہوں گے وہ تو غصے میں آ کے چاہیں گے مجھے جلا جائیں یا ہیڈ چاپ کرے میرا نا وہ تو بہت غصے میں ہوں گے پاکستانی ہیڈ آف کیا کہتے ہیں چاپ آف کرے ایسے انگریز بھی مجھے سن کے بہت روتے ہوں گے کہ یہ انگریز کہاں سے آ گئی انگلش کہاں سے وہ مائنڈ یور لینگویج ہم دیکھتے تھے نا لندن میں لمبارڈر سے زہرا if you do the stream in Urdu then more Hindi Urdu speakers can listen to you ہاں لیکن یہ ہے کہ وہ آیتیں میرا ڈفرینٹ ہے لمبارڈر اس لیے کہ آیتیں میں اردو میں نہیں پڑھ سکتی ہوں نہ ہندی میں ہندی تو میری ہے ہی نہیں ہندی میں جانتی نہیں ہوں اور ہندی بہت ڈفرینٹ ہے اردو تھوڑی ڈفرینٹ ہے نا لائک مجھے تو جب میں ہندی میں انڈین نیوز سنتی ہوں نا مجھے تو سمجھ میں نہیں آتے یہ کیا بول رہے ہیں کیا اٹس ویری ڈیفیکلٹ سو دیٹس وائی آئی ایم اسٹک ان دا مڈل لائک ویسٹرن اور یہ تو کون آئیں گے تبھی ہاں وہ آئیں گے یا نہیں آئیں گے پتہ نہیں if they will come or not پتہ نہیں ہے کون آئیں گے اس لیے کہ اردو مجھے لکھنا پڑھنا نہیں آتی ہے لمبارڈر I can't read and write in اردو تو یہ میں اس لیے اردو میں نہیں I know Hindi and you are perfect thank you for saying that it's not I wish I was but thank you for the compliment it's not deserving for me لمبارڈر میں پرفیکٹ تو نہیں ہوں آئی نو ہندی تو اس لیے میں وہ اردو میں اور میرا یہ ہے کہ ابھی تک وہ انٹرویو والا میرا نہیں ہے کہ میں کسی کے لائف اسٹریم پہ جاؤں انٹرویو زہرا میم زندہ باد ننگا بائی زندہ باد لمبارڈر اوکے رائٹ اور میرا تھوڑا انگلش میں آ جاتا ہے تو ایسے لوگ جو بیچ میں ہے نا انگلش پاکستانی جو انگلش جانتے ہیں وہ آ جائیں وہ آ سکتے ہیں ادھر اور جو اردو اسپیکرز انگلش جانتے ہیں وہ آ سکتے ہیں یہاں دے شوڈ کم ہیئر موسٹ ویلکم تو دشمنی نہیں ہے دوستی ہے اور یہ ہے کہ what this صلاح الدین brother was saying loving kindness یہ صرف خدا میں نہیں ہونا چاہیے یہ انسان میں ہونا چاہیے تو loving kindness رائٹ یہ انسانوں میں ہونا چاہیے ہم لوگوں نے کیسے how did we lose this loving kindness compassion انسانوں میں ہونا دلائی لاما ہے جو کہتا ہے نا compassion دلائی لاما is holiness تو یہ انسانوں میں آنی چاہیے اور ایسے ہم قرآن کی آیت جب سٹارٹ کرتے ہیں پہلے تو اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان اللعین الرجیم علامہ رشید ترابی اوکے سو پھر نا بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم سو دس بسم اللہ الرحمن ان دا نیم یہ نیمز آف اللہ ہم لوگ رحمان اور رحیم کو دیکھیں رام اور رحیم کو دیکھیں تو یہ دیکھیں یا اندر لائیں اندر اپنے اندر دیکھیں کہ ہے رام ہمارے اندر ہے رحیم ہمارے اندر ہونا چاہیے اٹ شوڈ بی ان سائڈ آف اس کمپیشن مرسی वरना इसका क्या फ़ायदा है? क्या फ़ायदा? Right? What's the use of all this? So this and Nangabai, I'm so grateful that you have been with me. I cannot say, but silent prayers I send to you. What I wish for myself, the best, and for everyone, I wish for you. Lambader, any more questions? तो मैंने आपको क्या लगता है कि मैं हिंदी में लाइक उर्दू में तो मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ ना ये तो फिर आई कांट इवन टॉक इन उर्दू एक पूरा सेंटेंस भी सी सेंटेंस आ जाता है उर्दू में नहीं आता है कि सेंटेंस क्या बोलते हैं आई ट्राइड एक्सप्लेनिंग उर्दू में एक्सक्यूज मी नंगालाल यस थैंक यू मोस्ट वेलकम देखिए आप इतना थैंक यू मुझे नहीं बोले नो फॉर्मेलिटीज हाँ भाई आप मेरे भाई हैं छोटे भाई हैं यू आर माय यंग ब्रदर मैम आपने मैम तो मुझे बुलाए नहीं आप सिस्टर बुलाएं आपने आज मुझे भाई बना दिया मैंने तो फर्स्ट टाइम ही मुझे अगर आपको याद होगा आई सेड ब्रदर राइट डिडंट आई तो मुझे आप बहन कहें And what else? It's a bit difficult. Either Salahuddin, you said, let me try to tell you in English. Again, I didn't understand a word. Acha, so you actually are not Pakistani. Brother, reason, logic, uh, when the Quran ayats, I've proven contradictions. You know how many hours it took to make this video even uploaded recently on contradiction and abrogation and why we cannot apply those abrogated verses on the contradictory verses that I have shown through Quran ayats and it's who am I? Who am I? Am I not you? Right? और अपना खुदा को बड़ा करके तो वो तो बड़ा ही है एक ही अल्लाह है इवन वो कौन है एक इंडिया में थे अल्लाह सबका मालिक एक है सबका मालिक एक है शिरडी साईं बाबा सबका मालिक एक है तो इस्लाम में तो बस ये है कि ओबे करो रसूलुल्लाह को और ये अल्लाह है और इट विल प्रिवेल ओवर अदर रिलीजन्स और खुदा आजकल तो खुदा हाफिज भी ख़त्म हो गया पाकिस्तान में बिकॉज कहते हैं कि वी गो बाय द कुरान तौबा 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 खुदा हाफिज अब नहीं कहो अल्लाह हाफिज कहो अल्लाह हाफिज कहो तो वो दूसरे के अल्लाह को तो मानते नहीं हैं ये तो गैर अल्लाह है खैर अल्लाह है खुदा खुदा इज नॉट इन द कुरान don't say this toba 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 now they are like that recently for some 20 years or so it started in Pakistan so you see this person this Muhammad the prophet Muhammad doesn't allow others to worship God in their own way. However, Jiddu Krishnamurti says it's like dangerous. The guru will kill the disciple. To follow anyone and on authority, Lambarder says Allah Hafiz. अच्छा हंस रहा है लम्बर्टर हाँ ये अल्लाह हाफिज तो कुरान में अल्लाह का नाम है ना अल्लाह रहमान भी है लेकिन ये अल्लाह हाफिज कहते हैं खुदा हाफिज नहीं कहना चाहिए पता नहीं Or now, okay, so I couldn't, I have to come here because of recently uh, honor killing and all this. And I felt the world was so evil listening to someone's story that खुदा तो है Allah तो नहीं है, God is not there. So on the atheist side this time, I was leaning, inclining towards how can God watch all these things happen to people, people doing to people, and also the disasters, uh, natural disasters, and not help out. So now on the atheist side, यानी नास्तिक साइड पे हम, हाँ तो ये मैंने लर्न किया है recently from YouTube. नास्तिक is atheist side from, it means a Hindi, right? Hindi atheist. In Hindi it means atheist. तो जो अभी on the, so because I'm a truth seeker, this all कुछ पावर तो है जो नेचर में है, आप देख रहे हैं कुछ इंसानों में भी इतना पावर है, you know, the stages of power, powerful men, powerful people, powerful women, um, और वो intellect भी ऐसा होता है कि you can use your intelligence to harm people or to make lives. It all depends on you, how you want to use your intelligence. अच्छा, parents, mother father का देखा, in the case of Nina Alk, right? Have you seen Nina Alk's videos? Yes, Nastik is atheist in Hindi. Yes. So now on the atheist side, I'll talk about that. Are we fooling ourselves? You know, that there is in our weakness, that there is a God and all this. Where this whole thing, religion and God. Even Chitu Krishnamurti says that God, don't use God so much, right? And then I was like, oh God, and I told myself, Zara, you're using God. तो एक आदत सी भी पड़ गई है, habit that we cannot let go, and I could see. So I'm here to understand Muslims also, but I just want you to, I wish I could make you see this, that by getting angry at someone who has abused your prophet even will not do good to you or to the image of Islam. You cannot save Islam by getting angry at your adversary, right? Even your adversary, even who has done zulm on you, who has been cruel and wicked to you, it's a negative solution to a problem. Anger. You know, like abortion, as some time ago, like religiously also and humanitarianly, like Mother Teresa said. Uh, for example, I mean, it's debatable if you're killing a baby or if you're not in that, like, if you have an abortion in a few days or how many months, 3 months, we say, right? If you have an abortion, you're not killing the baby. It's debatable and all this. So, like I had written a pressy, I remember, that abortion is a negative solution to a problem. Likewise, I used to tell myself, because I also felt angry and all this. So, anger management. I read books. I saw videos here on YouTube. Okay, anger is an, I realize that anger is a negative solution to the problem at hand. And like loving someone and getting too attached to the person or not able to live without them. So I was like, am I not desiring this person rather than loving this person? Am I not desiring this person as an object, or even like, for example, an object of my desire? Like this lady, let's say a principal I'm attached to. So in London, I was doing this contemplation against myself. Like, am I not desiring this lady because I could analyze it through all ways that I need another mother or something? But then I realized that no, no, I don't need another mother. I love my mother the way she is. She had a beautiful side to herself. My mother, no one can be like, there can be better mothers, but she has a beautiful side to herself. So in London, I reconciled with that. And for many years, a therapist would tell me, maybe, because your mother was not well or something, you wanted a mother, a more powerful lady or something like that. And I used to say, no, 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 no. This problem, don't bring this problem on my teacher, obsession, love, and all this adoration. So I didn't agree with it. It's not the problem that because my mother had a problem that I went for to love someone else. I could have loved my mother anyways. There are people who do. So you don't have to reach out to others. At least in my case, I didn't think that I was reaching out to other women teachers, looking up to them because my mother was not well, or this, that analysis. It's nonsense for me, I felt, in my opinion. So, what is this? The solution to this fixation, this obsession, like Buddha went around, samsara, and then coming to what he came to detachment from the world. So my thing was, I felt that you first of all, it came like time, like through some time gap, like an insight would come that we need. Dekhen, Buddha has said that we need to be detached, but not. But I would say, don't fear the attachment. You see, the key, the trick is not to fear it. I think not to. If someone is attached to me, I shouldn't fear it because that will cause something in that other person. So we're fearing things. Instead of fearing it, we need to accept what is there. The attachment is there. And then to detach, it takes time. So when I read Judeo Krishnamurti, it made sense about cultivating discipline. When I read about cultivating discipline, it's not, it's using harsh methods to cultivate discipline, violence against yourself. And we said this is a fight. In Islam, we say this is a jihad akbar, the highest fight against yourself, your nafs. So something was wrong. For me, I couldn't. So even Buddha, I said that, fearing detachment and then trying to detach yourself through methods, it's not going to help. So sorry, Buddhists also, to love completely. So I was contemplating in London, and then I said, oh, if I was love, then there would be no problem, no object. We are all love, right? then we can in a healthy way, share love with each other, others who need to realize that you are love. You are love, you are love, you are love. Rumi, Rumi, Rumi. But I don't like to quote people anyways, but later on I start to read Rumi poems also. So then there will be no object outside for desire, right? Then what is? Then what is? I am love. I am love. I'm love. So I tried that in London. Like it just, but it didn't sink. I still had a problem. No, I need my mommy, my principal, this, that. And so it failed. And but if you can see it, right? It's not like in the Quran, ayat, if you love God, follow me, and God will love you. No, no. If you love God, you are love. That's not a right way to say that if you love God, follow me, and God will love you. And Bibi that sorry, Surah Maryam ki ayat tasbih nikalo. Tas, okay. Oh yes, this ayat is so good that those who believe and do good deeds, the gracious God creates love in their hearts. Creates love in their hearts, right? If the heart itself was made of love, then gracious God would not need to create love in the hearts, right? And if you give all that you have, this and that, and if God doesn't will that you have affection between yourselves, no one can bring affection between you and him and her. That Quran ayat too, if I'm not mistaken. This tab is very slow. Let me see. I don't like to, my hand also in this tab has not, where's this? So after a long time, I'm using this. So you see, whatever not create love in your hearts. So what is it? Oh no, 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 no. It's going to my Facebook. Sorry. So, oh God. This is quite a. I can't search it here. Just let me just search it on this tab. Um, you may give all you have. Give all you have. Give all you have. But it's Allah that puts affection. Something like this, the ayat goes. But it's Allah that puts affection. बाबा ये प्रॉब्लम क्यों किया है? Dual putting affection. We strive to can what is it? And of a sign that He created you from yourself. हाँ, वो सूर्य रूम की आयत 21 दे दी जो मेरे मदर ने दी थी. If your husband or your partner, loved one, runs away from you, read this ayat with salawat, durud in the beginning and in the end, 11 times. If one decides Allah and is infatuated, even if you give away everything on earth you could not have, spoils of war. Surah Anfal ayat 63 to nahi hai? Whose hearts he has brought together. For if thou hadst expended all that is on earth, thou couldst not have brought their hearts together by thyself. कितनी भी कोशिश कर लेना, but God did bring them together. Verily, He is Almighty wise. So, Surah How do I now search here? Oh, okay, I got it. You see, you look at the Surya Anfal. What is the ayat number? Sorry, ayat क्या है इधर? 63. With this tab, I'm even more slow. Such a environment affects me, very vulnerable. He brought their hearts together. He brought their hearts together. Had you spent all the riches, had you spent all that is in the earth, you could not have brought their hearts together. But Allah brought them together. Indeed, He is exalted in might wide and wise. What does this mean? Only Allah can do this. Heavily dependent on this. Allah. Wholly dependent on Allah. Allah's grace. Right? It means you put all your efforts to bring two hearts together. You cannot bring two people together because it is Allah who brings people together. So pray to Allah that He brings husband and wife together, child and father together, child and mother together. But if they, what's the previous ayat? And if they intend to deceive you, then verily Allah is all sufficient for you. He it is who has supported you with His help and with the believers. Oh, so yeah, wives, two wives, just Surah Tahrim. Like if you take that example from Surah Tahrim, right? Should they intend to deceive thee? Verily Allah is enough. He it is that hath strengthened thee, and verily Allah sufficeth thee. My head, I think I have a crack somewhere inside now, Mohan. Listening to Nina asks, but I shouldn't be like that because she would want people to go on. And she said she feels no anger towards her parents, very submissive. I know someone who could have been treated like this in Karachi, but had no anger. She was so subdued by her mother and father कि वो बिल्कुल चुप यानी उसको लॉक कर देते थे बाहर से अंदर रूम में राइट एंड व्हेन यू फील लाइक वर्थ लाइक हाँ सुबह को अनलॉक करते हैं फिर खाना बनाती है अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए उसकी कोई लाइफ खुद की नहीं थी तो ऐसे भी पेरेंट्स मैंने देखे हैं कि अपने बच्चों को यूज करते थे सर्वेंट मदर शी इज नॉट फिट टू बी अ मदर लेकिन वो डॉटर उफ नहीं करेगी अपनी माँ को उफ नहीं करती थी अगर उनकी उसकी माँ कभी मेरी माँ मुझे लेके जाती थी ना उनके घर she would tell her daughter go inside स्कूल का काम करो so do you think Muslims do you think this is great that on one hand you should after God it's Allah maybe this um, the only thing this daughter knew was that after if there was a Allah But after Allah, there's parents, right? They torture you to death. They lock you up and they then lock you up inside. Then they open the lock from the outside in the morning, early morning. Let's call her, give her some other name, or let's take it from a name like, oh Allah, Zakaria called out to his Lord, I don't have a child. Surah Maryam, right? Called out. So, बहुत we in Pakistan, you Muslims would really love this daughter, right? Never complained. Uff tak nahi kiya. So she can be used as a servant. She didn't have a life. No, no. The life that her parents gave her as a servant and just go to school, do homework, get up in the early morning, go to the kitchen, make food. I've taught my daughter. And the mother herself is doing things. Father is drinking alcohol. Daughter, uff tak nahi karti thi, uff tak nahi karti thi. Now, Muslims, you would say alcohol is allowed for the father. Ma, I've seen the mother in a lesbian act on her bed in her bedroom. But this daughter, you what a Muslim, right? Yes. You Muslims, father, if I we used to go gem of a person, but had a little drinking problem in the night. He would drink. His friends would come over and all this. Uh, no one is going to get up to help. You see, we what could we say? The mother, the life that she had, maybe she wanted a better masoom life for her daughter, I thought. You know, that her daughter would not do the things. Like, let's say if I start smoking from childhood, I've learned bad habits. I would not allow my daughter to smoke, neither my friends who come over. And I'm telling them, no, 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 don't do this, don't do this. Protect your daughter from a mistake I've made and I regret it. This is wrong. This, won't let you go out. This will stop you. It's work properly. You will need to take a break from your work to smoke. Have one smoke at least, or after a lunch break at your workplace. ये बहुत खराब आदत है. This is terrible. It obstructs you. It creates obstacles in your life. Although when I was in college or school, I never did this. But then when you're adult, you're allowed. We want to go out for a break, even in the hospital. You can tell the nurse, please, can I go out for this? It's a very bad habit. Very bad habit. Should not be done. So you could think that the mother was disciplining her daughter. Hmm. हम तो ऐसे ऐसे रीजंस दे देते हैं कि इसको बिलीव करने के लिए. O Prophet, sufficient for you is Allah, and for whoever follows you of the believers. सूर्य तहरीम में भी ऐसा है ना. Now sufficient for you is Allah, and then it comes to whoever follows you of the believers. How fooled we were, how deceived we were. O Prophet, urge the believers to battle. If there are among you 20 steadfast, they will overcome 200. Now, Jiddu Krishnamurti says, without war, if I find 10 people who can see this, what you can change the world. You are the world, be the light unto yourselves. Either the Prophet is being told, urge the believers to battle. हिंदू हमें कहते हैं. एक मैंने 3M की स्टोरी सुनी थी. I listened to 3M story. I was listening. His guru was saying, right, that the person who has harassed you in life, in your vision, just, go down to his feet, put flowers on his feet. It took 3 days, for, I think, something like this for 3M. First, he was like, no, he's harassed me, and this and that. I can't do this. So why give your head sir दाद ना दाद दस्त दर दस्त दे यज. अगर दस्त देने से यजीद चेंज हो जाता, if हाथ देने से, that's in Persian, from on Imam Hussein, Sufi master Chishti says, right? I sorry can't remember his whole name. Chishti, I just remember Chishti साहब ने कहा है, अगर हाथ दे देता तो यजीद तो हाथ नहीं काटने वाला था ना. But you can only give allegiance to him, Prophet, his grandson. Or his grandfather. तो ना allegiance रहे, ना हाथ रहे, allegiance नहीं रहे, authority नहीं रहे, लेकिन आपका हाथ रहे. आप यजीद को अपना हाथ दे सकते हैं. क्या होगा? सूर्य फत और सूर्य मोहम्मद की आयत, no, सूर्य फत आयत है, to give allegiance to this person. O Prophet, rouse the believers to fight. If 100, they will vanquish 1,000 of the unbelievers, for these are a people without understanding. Jahil. हाँ, तो ऐसे parents भी है ना, जैसे Nina Alk. She said that her parents kicking her around on her stomach, father and mother, brother too, right? ऐसे जाहिल भी हैं जो नहीं समझेंगे. But the daughter, what did the daughter do? She has no anger inside of her. You know how she could have survived? She may have got stomach injuries. She was trained to think, I'm worthless, I'm nothing. Salahuddin says you can't blame the rape victim while she is defending herself against the rapist. I never, Salahuddin, when did I blame the rape victim? Please. You can't blame the rape victim while she is defending herself against the rapist. This is what you are doing. I'm doing this. What am I doing? What are you blaming me for here? When did I say that when a rape victim defends herself, she is wrong? Saladin, when did I say this? Thank God you are not a judge or a lawyer saying words in my mouth. Maybe you sound like a Pakistani lawyer, very clever, who is with the rapist. When was I talking? I'm just saying a daughter. She herself said she couldn't. I'm talking about that she was physically harmed also, hit on her stomach. I'm not saying that what are you saying here? Oh my God. I don't think you should be here. Like this verse, the Muslim is on the defense. You're saying rape. I'll tell you who's a rapist. Prophet Muhammad is a rapist. No, no. You are saying that you can't blame the rape victim while this woman in girls, do they have a say about their marriage even? No, they don't. They don't have a choice. They're forced marriage. They've been made to marry forcefully, forced into marriage. So if you can't see it and you're denying every reason, every proof in the Quran I have given against this prophet and his Allah, blaming me, using this example, there's a forced marriage here. I said, what do you have to defend here with Yazid? Yazid was a rapist? Yazid didn't touch, only we are told he snatched, his army snatched the chadar of the grandchildren and all of Prophet Muhammad in Karbala, right? But he didn't take them as slave girls, having sex with them. Not like Prophet Muhammad, who took Javeria, Safiya, forced married Zainab bin Josh with Z. These are men who can be rapists also. And you're bringing women thing out, victim. And also men can, herself, but you're saying herself. Oh, I'm telling you, even men can be raped. Sodomy can happen. Herself against the rapist, and men can be raped. So like this verse, the Muslim is on the defense against the abusers, evil idol worshippers. How can you say the idol worshippers are evil if they are just worshipping an idol and they have all the compassion, they have loving kindness in them, they are good people? Yazid was better than Prophet Muhammad. Yazid could have given Zainab bint Ali. Yazid could have married Zainab bint Ali. Her husband was in Medina. She went with her brother. She left her husband. I mean, by you focusing on the Muslim defending themselves against the idolaters is just like blaming the rape victim for Salahuddin, I don't know where you come from, your shuddering, shocking opinions. It's not a rape case here. I'm defending the Muslim women from and the idolaters to see this from forced marriages, honor killing in this custom. So you are I can say that, what did you say in Surah Hasharites about Surah Hasharites? If you defend terrorists like him and his Allah, then you yourself are a terrorist. You are defending terrorism. Like you said, it is justifiable to expel the Yathrib people and to break their homes. You are the one defending such a rapist roundabout manner and blaming me. So stop gaslighting me and look at this. You want to hear my voice, or what are you here for? Or blame me like this? Is the rape victim terrorist because you are a terrorist. You are a terrorist. This is a terrorist. This Islam is. Allah is a terrorist. Prophet Muhammad is a terrorist and you are a terrorist. Is the rape victim terrorist because she is defending herself against the rapist? No, no. I'm talking about Surah Hashar ayats here. Tell me, what did you say? This is justifiable, right? Huh? तो वीर ज़ारा की वो, you are that Pakistani lawyer. हाँ, मुझे आज, you are like a Pakistani lawyer. Idolaters, fighting against idolaters. What crime have they committed just because they are idolaters? What crime have they committed? Salahuddin, whatever is in the heavens and the earth. No, no, I have to, because I've been a lawyer, I have to stand in court. This man, Salahuddin, Your Honor, he says that I am defending the rapist. Hello? Salahuddin, what did you say about this ayat? It is justifiable, read in context. So for life, you're going to be like this, coming here. Devil's advocate, you are. Is this justifiable to Yathrib people? When he could, I explained everything in detail when it's not his city. This is Yathrib. And this is not even Makkah. He can do hijrah, he can migrate from here, leave the city. Now tell me, is this justifiable that these Yathrib people broke their homes? Allah cast terror into their hearts, so they broke their homes, and even the believers broke their homes, Yathrib people's homes. Now, how are you defending this? How? Tell me, Salahuddin, you are defending this, Muslim? Muslims come here defending this like Salahuddin. The crime they committed is in the ayah 913. Really? And this Quran is coming from Allah or Prophet Muhammad? Who's the author? Do you know? Let's say I go to what you are saying. The crime they committed is in 913. Whatever crime they may have committed, will you not fight against those who broke their pledges? Yeah, the pledges they broke. And did all they could to drive the messenger away and initiated hostilities against you. Both the polytheists of Makkah and the Yathrib people did this. Do you fear them? Surely Allah has greater right that they should fear Him if you are true believers. Okay. Now about the treaty, the pledge they broke. Do you think the Prophet is immune to breaking the law of God, blaming them for breaking the pledge they had? Do you think the Prophet is immune from pagan Arab idol worshipping custom? He adopted a son, Zed, Surah Azab ayat. He practiced, no, he's not, right? He's not immune himself. So, on one hand, because I proved it, that the pledge breaking they are blamed of and initiating hostilities against you, the messenger of Allah, do you fear, and the believers, right? So I had to go in a roundabout manner because this comes from one side, and you know the Prophet is not immune from making unintentional mistake, like we are told in Surah Azab and Surah Tahrim, of breaking a law, prohibiting himself what Allah has made lawful for him. And that he, in Surah Baqarah, ayat 44, look at Surah Baqarah. On one hand, I even proved he's a hypocrite. Surah Baqarah ayat 44 says, to the Jews and the, do you bid other people to be pious while you forget your own selves? And yet you recite the divine writ. Now, will you not then use your reason? Why are you not using your reason, Salahuddin, against this person who, this Allah is saying, do you bid other people to be pious? Keep pledges. When you yourself have broken a covenant with Allah by breaking the law, Surah, when you're telling the believers also, take Surah Maida, which is at 87. Oh, believers, it's a command to the believers, do not make unlawful the good things which Allah has made lawful for you. Not unlawful, but lawful for you. Then you would be what? And become transgress, right? So you will become transgressors. I've even proven in my previous video uploaded on YouTube long time ago. He's a transgressor, he's a hypocrite. What happens when you do this? Do you bid other people to be pious? Surah Saf, if you go to Surah Saf ayat, you say what you do not do. It is greatly hateful in the sight of Allah that you say what you do not do, right? Surah Saf ayats 2 and 3, if you open the Quran to. Surah Tahrim ayat 1. Surah Maida ayat 87. See, this is why I say it's coming from one side. And he is a hypocrite. He is the transgressor. He is the false prophet. It's quite obvious. So if you are not immune from these things, a prophet is not immune from making unintentional mistakes, like one he did in Surah Azab, we are told, adopting Zaid as his son, and then Allah giving him a wahi later on and saying, change this, objecting to it, saying you made an unintentional mistake now, Prophet Muhammad. Surah Azab, verse 5, is it? Or 4? Do you bid other people to be pious? The believers are told to be steadfast in war, even. Let the annoyance of two wives be. You can separate from them. Wahi can come on you. Here it says, and yet you recite the divine writ. Now what do you say? Those two aren't on the same level. You know, sins are on different grades. No, no, there's no privilege for Prophet Muhammad, if you think there is. And then name the others for being hypocrites, the wives for being hypocrites. You test a prophet. What is the test of the prophet? Huh? You can't test your prophet. He's had the privilege to break. It is on the same level. That is for him too, because Allah questions him here. If you think this is not on the same level, why does Allah even question him? It should be on the same level. When it comes to such laws, you are, let's say, even as a prophet, first guru, first any leader, he has to do. If a judge comes and he's allowed to do what he wants to do, and he comes for against the case, he's a rapist, the judge. The Prophet of Allah is absolutely immune from sinning. Really? No, he's not. Then what was this? Surah Ahzab verse 4. Check 4 first. Let's see. No, 5. Your true mothers, no, I explained this. Call your adopted sons. Where does it say? Okay, so what kind, if the made a mistake here and God points it out, unintentional, he calls it an unintentional mistake. How can he do this when the wahis are coming to him? Huh? How can he practice an idol worshipping custom? There is no blame upon you for that in which you have erred. He has erred, right? At least accept the wrong he has done. God Himself is saying, there is no mistake on you, you erred. He made a mistake, right? And yet in Surah Najm it says that this prophet, he does not even speak out of his own desire, right? You erred. Even the Shias are quiet on this. The Sunnis say that he was not a prophet at that time. He didn't know he was a prophet. But then why does God say you erred? You made a mistake here. It's about Prophet Muhammad. It's not about the Sahaba. You made a mistake. Yes, God says there's no blame on you. But this is the other than God. You see, it's not even a true God saying this. This is a plural you from the Arabic of the ayah. But okay, it may be plural, but who made a mistake here? Who took Zed as the adopted son? Whether plural, what would it do if it is plural? Would it count out Prophet Muhammad from making the mistake? What did he do? All unanimously the Muslims agree that this ayat about adopting sons came out and not adopting them is on Prophet Muhammad, at least these particular ayats, right? To correct him. What happened later? So, what does it have to do with being plural? Brother Salahuddin, I guess it takes time for you to reply to me. We'll just lose the thing. What? Okay, this is a plural you from the Arabic of the ayah, but it includes Prophet Muhammad, right? Because I've checked it. It includes Prophet Muhammad, whether it's a plural word or not. Uh, Actual Quran, you read in context, right? When you want me to read in context, you have told me, demanded that I read in context. What does it have to do with plural? In the market of Akaz, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son, the Prophet doesn't even know that this son of another person, is kidnapped, and he bought him. And the Shias, this is Shia commentary, are saying this. The Holy Prophet and agreeing to this commentary. They agree to it, that's why they've mentioned this commentary here. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, he approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zaid from his nephew. He approached Abu Talib, not Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him permission to go with his father. But Zaid decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness. Asked the people to bear witness. He should have waited, Shias, until the Wahi came. He doesn't speak out of his own desire. Surah Najm ayat. He's infallible. Prophet is masoom, completely doesn't sin. Well, he's making mistakes here which he shouldn't be. And you have written nothing on the mistake of Prophet Muhammad mentioned in this ayat above. Mentioned in the above ayat. Now, what does he do? The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that from that day Zaid was his son. Aren't you so? Isn't Allah enough for a witness? Why do you fear people? Because in then same surah, ayat 37, it says to the Prophet, Allah is more worthy that you should fear Him and not the people that you fear. But he hasn't even waited for a wahi to come down and tell him what to do. He goes on himself doing. Then what Allah? He made people, he asked the people to bear witness that from that day Zaid was his son and he was his father, practicing what? An Arab idol worshipping custom, pagan Arab idol worshipping custom. Then he married his cousin Zainab. This It is not mistake when the divine law hasn't been revealed yet, but he should wait for the divine law to be revealed. It is a mistake. The Allah Himself says it is a mistake here. He has committed a mistake. How can you say it is not a mistake when Allah Himself is saying it is a mistake in the ayat? Why are you changing your words, Salahuddin? Why are you changing Allah's words when the Baduans were told in Surah Fat they're changing the words of Allah? Why are you changing the words of Allah? Allah has, these are the words of your mouths, and Allah speaks the truth. He guides to the way. Then Surah 5 says, so it's of, see, assert the relationship to the fathers, right? Here, where is it? You made, in which you made a mistake. It's telling the Prophet you made a mistake about this, adopting the son according to ideal pagan Arab. How, look at what you've said. You're contradicting yourself. You're actually, you're saying against the Quran ayat. You're putting words. It is not a mistake. You're saying completely against what God is saying here. In which you made a mistake. You're changing the Quran ayats. You're going against the Quran ayat. God is saying he made a mistake. Oh, hello. It is not. Salahuddin says it is not a mistake. When God is saying it is a mistake, how can you say it is not a mistake? Who can argue with you, Salahuddin? You're not even sticking to the Quran ayats. This is before the prophethood. As it is the early Makkah period, whereas the revealed verse is late on Medina. Uh-huh. But you said it is not a mistake. But even if it is earlier, Allah is saying He made a mistake. You made a mistake. But you're saying against the Quran ayat. What the Quran ayat is saying, you're not saying. About this, what you said. Against the Quran ayat, Surah Azab ayat 5. This part. This is a plural you from the Arabic. Salahuddin. Please stick to the Quran ayat. Don't change the words. Don't change what Allah has said here. The false Allah. Whatever it may be, prophethood may come to him or not come to him. But here in Surah Azab ayat 5, Allah Himself says, false Allah, in which you made a mistake. How can you say it is not a mistake? Allah Himself is saying it is a mistake He made, Prophet Muhammad made. Deceiving people you are, changing the words of the Quran. This is lethal damage. What you are doing, you are deceiving Muslims. Again and again, brother Salahuddin, stop deceiving people and yourself and me. You can't deceive me. Okay, when it wasn't known as a mistake and revelation hadn't been revealed yet, but still Allah says in which you made a mistake. Even when it wasn't known as a mistake, yet Allah says, so look, your Allah is unjust in telling the Prophet that he made a mistake here. Okay, when it wasn't known as a mistake. So you're where are you going? Leading. What is Shia Islam or Sunni Islam? Where is it in the verse? Here. Surah Azab verse 5, in which you made a mistake. It says here, mistake 5 of Surah Azab. I'm showing you here. Where is it? It's right here. Thank God for this. Should social media. Surah Azab 5, this part in which you made a mistake. Can you not see it? I'm showing you, it's on screen here. Brother, you are giving, you don't know where it is? Where is it in the verse? It is here. How can I show you? How else can I show you where it is? It's on the screen. I've done a thing on it, highlighted it through my this copy or share. It's here. Where is it? It's Surah here. Surah Azab, this part. How shall I tell you? Look, when you read this, have you read it? Have you read this verse? And you're speaking like you've read this verse when you don't even know where. You're asking me, where is it in the verse? And you speak like you know the whole verse, you've understood it, you've done a complete and thorough examination on the Quran ayats. Now you're asking me, where is it? It's like this: assert their relationships to their fathers. This is more equitable with Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are your brethren in faith and your friends. And there is no blame on you concerning that in which you made a mistake. In which you made a mistake. It accepts what other translation says to confirm. The Quran ayat I showed you in Quran.com, Allah is saying there's no blame on you in which you made a mistake. But you did make a mistake, yet there is no blame on you. Allah is not saying that you didn't make a mistake. Allah is saying you made a mistake, but there is no blame on you for making that mistake. Read Arabic, Quran ayat. Are you an Arabic speaker? Do you know Arabic? Do you know Arabic? Salahuddin or Pakistani? Allah is not saying that you did not make a mistake. That's why there's no blame on you. Allah is saying there's no blame on you in which you made a mistake. In which you made a mistake. By practicing the Arab pagan idol worshipping way of adopting Zed. How clear can I be? And how clear can these ayats be now? Not even me, but the ayats themselves. What other translation says to confirm? What do you mean by confirm? Okay, you want to confirm this? Every translation says that he made an error. But God said there is no blame on you in the error you have made, the mistake you have made, whatever English translation you may take. Called the adopted sons by their natural fathers. Now I'm reading the Shia commentary. And not by those who have adopted them, which and not by those who have adopted them, which corresponds with truth and reality. It is better to call them brothers in faith or friends, because brotherhood is used in a wider sense than fatherhood. Really? No, this doesn't make sense. And it is not likely to be misunderstood. Oh my goodness. Shias have also faulty reasoning logic, really. So you don't know which ayat, you haven't closely examined this, but you were talking like you know about this ayat. This is a plural. Go back and see your comments. I've even screenshot them. And I'm going to share this on Facebook. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. You see here, cunning criminal, sly way. You think you don't even know the various translations. What is the translation in your Arabic? What is the word? Can I ask you? What does the word say in Arabic? Mistake, error, what? Huh? Salahuddin. Allah says there is no blame on him, but he did make a mistake. He faltered. He made a mistake, unintentional. That also, put that word down. Unintentional mistake you made. But there is no blame on you. But Allah doesn't say you did not make a mistake or you did not err. In Surah Najm, it says he does not err. And this is about Prophet Muhammad, and you know this is about Prophet Muhammad. If you do not know, then say you do not know. Don't pretend like you know. And then tell me here that you know everything and I don't know anything. And you should read the whole Quran. Previously, you've given these blames on me. Put the blame on me. You are not here for the first time, Salahuddin. You've blamed me. You know Arabic? Please. Then why are you pretending? Why are you asking me? Where is it in the verse? It shows you don't know anything then. And you've come here to unnecessarily either hear my voice, it gives you some kind of sadist pleasure to harass a woman. You don't know your ayat. How many videos I've done on this? You don't know. If I shout here, the Arabs would say, they'll find me. We have a law here, right? You just call the police. Why are you fighting? This is not a fish market. Just call the police and say this person is harassing me and lying. He doesn't know his Quran ayat. Sorry to say this, but you blame me for not knowing the Arabic, Quran in Arabic. How can you know? You don't know anything. You should read the Quran before and fully. So why are you asking me here? Where is it in the verse? You know the word. Come on, Arab. Give me the Arabic word here. Salahuddin from Saudi Arabia. Give me the Arabic word. It says, give me the full phrase. It says, there is no blame on you in which you made a mistake unintentional. And show me what, tell me, help me here. Help me. Find the verse. Put the Arabic word here. For God's sakes, I'm asking you, requesting. That God who makes things easy facilitates for you believers. Show me that God exists, for God's sakes. You know the Arabic word, right? At least as a brother. I'm after the truth. I don't know what you are after. Help me. Have some integrity, humanity. Have some brother. I'm calling you a brother. I'm requesting you. What is the Arabic word? You said you are an Arab, right? Explain to me what this Arabic word means, this whole phrase in this ayat. Surah Azab, verse 5. This part. And it starts from here. You see this? Explain to me in Arabic, word by word. I'm waiting. You are Saudi Arabian, right? Very good. Brother, Saudi Arabian brother, explain to me. Although you're not supposed to take sister, you're supposed to do boom, 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 slave girls, and those you overcome. You're not supposed to call me sister, right? A whole you could get me executed by saying that. Rape, you said, what the blames you've put on me here. You could execute the chop off heads and say, in the name of Islam, we did it for a good cause to save Islam. In the name of Allah and a messenger of Allah, Rasulullah, you know, like that. Muhammad Mustafa, we did the right thing. We chopped off the head of Zahra, or Mashal Khan, we crushed to save the name of Muhammad. No blaspheme against Muhammad, although he did not do that. You can have gangs and mob lynching and beheadings done to save your true Islam and put the wrong blames like they did to Mashal Khan. Put the wrong blame on them. You could go to some terrorist of yours, Muslim, and say she's saying that if a person is raped, if she is raped, she cannot defend herself. Zahra saying, kill her. You can get me killed by and say, Allahu Akbar, you are the hero of Islam. Already they get Shias killed in Pakistan, and they think they can get their 72 Huris. How many Huris will they get? Every Shia they kill. How many paradises will they get? Sipahi Saiba for killing one Shia, okay, then he goes and kills another Shia, Sipahi Saiba member from Pakistan. How many Huris will that be? Is not killing one Shia enough for one paradise? How many paradises do you want? And then no Muslim will take action against you, and no atheist will take action against you, only that we will probably neither is no atheist is with me here on YouTube. No one to defend me against you men, Muslim men. When you rape and kill and chop off heads and put it on the other person. Zina, that she did zina with me. Where are four witnesses? Your judge will say, yes, this woman could not bring four witnesses in court. Salahuddin, you are right. You did not rape her. She did zina with you. What I get? Stoned to death? This is how you Muslim men get away. Whipped till death? If I lie, zina cases, don't tell me Westerners are really concerned about this. Intelligent, one Christian tell me, what this zina case? You know, we go to war. She take me war against the rape to the in Karachi. Baba, the Quran is not helping the rape victims and you're blaming me. You're blaming me. What I didn't even say by giving such a terrible example that if you are raped, in Islam, what happened if a woman is raped? Huh? She has to bring out 4 witnesses. Where in the world will she go to get 4 witnesses? No DNA test, nothing. 4 witnesses are needed. And if she can't produce 4 witnesses, the man wins. In Pakistan, I know these cases where the man has won by saying that she committed zina, she lied. Curse of Allah be on her. What happened to her? She get the punishment, that poor lady who is raped. What are you blaming me here for? Salahuddin, you disappear like a snake and you come like a snake and you talk like a snake. Now you're disappeared. Here is a mistake, but there is no blame and no denying. I'm just reading the ayat, but concerning in which you made a mistake, it doesn't say you didn't make a mistake. It says you made a mistake. So what the plural, what the nonsense? You not know your own Quran ayat? You remember the time you blame me for not having knowledge of the Quran, not having knowledge of Arabic words of the Quran, ayats. What other translation says to confirm? You are asked what other, I mean, you not know your Arabic word, your Arabic, Quran in Arabic. I thought you would come here as a friendly person, brotherly, help me. But you are such an obstacle. You are so sly, cunning, right? Because the way you here blame me, I cannot help but expose your slyness here. How can we trust on one side Quran that they broke pledges? You give me that Surah Tawbah ayat. Even if they broke pledges, you are to leave. Yathrib is not your city of birth. When you you emigrated from Makkah because why you, then you emigrated, right? Even the Quran ayat says when the angels take the souls of believers, they say what? These are believers or what? Oppressed. The Quran is not clear even properly. At times. So they say what? Ask them what? So what do? The land is vast. If Allah is helping this messenger, please go away. You have turned this. What this? The Jews can't understand of Yathrib. What this? I couldn't understand as a Shia what this. And what this forced marriage? And then if Zainab couldn't, if you read in context, Surah Azab verses 36 and 37, it's a forced marriage. Why are you forcing Zainab to marry against the will to Zaid? And you're telling what a terrible marriage counselor. I'll go to a Christian Catholic marriage counselor. Huh? He tells Zed, when Zainab is his cousin also, go to Zainab and talk to her. He tells Zed to fear Allah and keep his wife. And he even hides in his heart what Allah was to reveal, that he was to get married to Zainab. That's not told in detail. We have to read context. Quran is not enough. You see how it can um, unjustifiable. Sorry, I have to go abruptly. Next time you don't come here like this, huh? I will not allow you.